Hey, what's up guys? Thanks so much for clicking on this video and welcome to our version of the IDAHO BDR. This past summer, July 2020, me and several other friends decided to tackle this from south to north. Many of us have never even ridden together. This group included Dan, who you always see on these long trips with me, Nico, who is active military and super fun to be around, Josh, who I've been friends with for a while but never really get a chance to ride with, Noah, who Josh brought into the group and was also just a hoot to be around, Emily, who is Josh's girlfriend, and Kelly, who is Emily's brother and was also just great to have on the trip. On the last episode, the crew all met up in Jarbidge, Nevada, and we got off to a fairly early start that morning. Heading through the windy road along the river, the route opened up across the plains, and then we came into our very first problem of the trip. Fortunately, this 990 is having some fueling issues. So we're gonna pull the fuel filter. Hopefully it's not the fuel pump. See how it goes. Unfortunately, we were unable to fix the bike there along the side of the road, but with a little bit of elbow grease, some innovation, a little bit of MacGyvering, and a nice new graphics kit, we were able to solve the problem. That's right, if you watched the first episode, you know that Nico picked himself up a brand new KTM 1290 Super Adventure just so he could finish the rest of this trip. Now, without further ado, let's get into episode 2. So the plan for today was to simply just ride the route, head up towards Yellow Pine, stopping along the way, just kind of enjoying the sights. Once we hit Yellow Pine, we'd get fuel and then make our way over to Bergdorf Hot Springs. We knew Bergdorf Hot Springs was most likely going to be closed because of the COVID-19 stuff that was going on, but we thought we'd give it a shot anyway. decided we needed to stop because check this out. How do you pass this up? After taking this nice break by the river, we made our way to Yellow Pine. Yellow Pine's a tiny little town that's got a general store, some fuel, and some food. Here, Josh and Kelly were talking about, kind of jokingly, about buying this general store right here because it was for sale. They were advertising it. Sure enough, a couple months ago, Josh actually bought it, and he is now the proud owner of the store in Yellow Pine. The owner of the store told us that we were unable to make it over Elk Summit. There was still way too much snow, and they had said that earlier that day there were some side-by-sides that were just not going to make it over the pass, so we knew with being on motorcycles we weren't going to make it. So we took East Fork Road to Lick Creek Road, and to be honest, I'm so glad we did. This route was gorgeous, and we took it into McCall, and it was just a great experience.
Yeah, that's better. I thought I hit him. Dude, I didn't realize how sheer the fucking mountains were around here. Here's our grader. Here's our grader. I'll just get over, let him come by. For the grader. Yeah. Oh, big rock. Road gets so shitty. It was so nice up here. Whoa. See that waterfall over there? Yeah, let's see that one way over there too. Yeah, that rock field to the right is crazy. You almost hit some trials that are up there. To all the rocks and stuff, you know.
After hydrating and getting some good food at McCall Brewery, we had to reroute a little bit from McCall and go up the old Wagon Road and take this alternate route back to the original BDR route. So we just can't catch a break. Yellow Pine to Warren is closed because Elk Summit apparently has too much snow. So then we go into McCall and have some good lunch. That's a positive. And then we get to this. And of course, we're like at the very front of the line for some road construction. That's gonna take 20 to 30 minutes before we even get through. So we also know that Bergdorf is closed. Somebody just told us that CSESH is open. Been other reports that it's closed, so I don't know. Good luck trying it out. So since Bergdorf was closed, I have some footage here of what it looks like when it's kind of booming in the wintertime. Unfortunately, I was unable to throw the drone up at the time when we were stopped out there, but here's a quick little overview of what this place looks like. The hot spring here is just amazing, and everything here is like stepping back into the 1800s. Since we were unable to stay at Bergdorf, the plan would be to keep on going along the route, make our way over to the Snake River, and then try to find something along the river. The route continues to wind along, and you end up gaining quite a bit of elevation. McCall sits around, I believe, 5,000 feet, and we end up going up to about 7,500 feet. Here, you'll notice the temperature drop. It goes from roughly 85, 90 degrees down to about 50 degrees. It's a perfect temperature, nice sunny day, and really we just enjoyed the ride before dropping into the French Creek Wilderness area. We made it to the famous French Creek bus here, and it's just one of those places you have to stop, take a little walk through, and of course get a photo. After snapping a photo, again, kept on trucking along the route, and then you come to this really cool switchback grade that goes from roughly, I think we were somewhere around 5,000 feet, all the way down to about 1,000 feet at the river. Just a really cool experience to go back and forth. And the weird thing is we did see a few people coming on the way up that should definitely not have been on this route.
There it is. Oh, it's a fucking Cadillac V. That makes a lot of sense.
We later found out that the reason that some of these cars were on this route is because their GPS was probably taking them on a detour because there was a landslide down in Riggins that had the Highway 95 blocked off, so it was rerouting them up this grade.
Yeah, so it's like we're going to go way down to the end of this draw and then go back the other way. We'll be done. You can see the road down there. wasn't going here. So here's our spot. Right down there. Yes, sir. This spot. Nice little sandy beach on the Salmon River. It's 50 degrees at the top of the mountain, and we dropped down towards Riggins, and it was 85. It's your little Idaho paradise. He actually jumped in, look at that.
I was actually pretty stoked about this camp spot. Because this whole time coming down the canyon, I'm seeing all these other little sandy spots. I'm like, man, it's going to find one. That's like right off the road.
Here we are. What you eating, Dan?
Chicken teriyaki.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Japanese food? Not right here doesn't look so bad. We should probably make it late tonight with my tenant. And then go out there.
But you know that those days are
What? This is going to be done. He's going to be able to
Yeah, there's like there's this period of time where we and then he goes to he meets with Matt and they meet up in Egypt or something.
After a solid night's sleep by the river, the next day we would break camp, head west down the river just a little bit further, and cross the famous Manning Bridge. It is a suspension bridge that crosses the Salmon River. From there we would head north along the route and then come into the ghost town of Florence. Florence has some really cool artifacts there. And then again, from there, we would continue north up to Highway 14 and then again head east along Highway 14 into Elk City. In Elk City, we'll grab some supplies at the local store for the next few days and make our way over onto Magruder Corridor. The historic Magruder Corridor is a single-lane road roughly about 101 miles long with no services, and it winds through an undeveloped area offering solitude and a pristine beauty as well as expansive mountain views. The corridor winds through 1.2 million acres to the north of the Selway Bitterroot Wilderness and 2.3 million acres to the south of the Frank Church Wilderness. We will continue along the Magruder Corridor until we reach Poet Creek Campground. There, we'll set up camp for the night. Beautiful morning. Everybody's still sleeping. But we'll be getting up here shortly. Finish up section 3.
It's either gonna have to go between the two rocks there or all the way down. Oh. All right.
This section right here was just a blast. It was kind of tight 2-track, single lane road, and the dirt here was just nice and moist. It had plenty of traction, and we just had a blast during this section.
3. Accelerate over that. Bird 21. Log on the road. Dude, this is such a badass trail. The fucking rut on the right, that'll kill you. Well, I'm not looking at my mirrors. Well, you can get air off that. Log on the right. Mud. Oh. Yeah, I'm down for sure. I fucking landed there, but I slid all the way. This looked solid, man, but it is definitely not. Oh, dude, I am caked. Yeah, you can obviously tell where I fucking slid for 30 feet. Oh, that was rough. Oh yeah, I'm good. I just fucking hit hard. Onward. Yeah. Neck's a little sore. Yeah, totally face planted it. This one's somewhat strong. It's my F5 that sucks. Right. Oh, there's a fucking cabin up there. Let's go check that out.
After leaving the cabin, just down the road here in the ghost town of Florence is a miner's graveyard.
Okay.
It's a really cool stop to take a look and walk through if you're into that kind of thing. Florence Cemetery. Got the Chinese miner's mass grave right here. It's pretty crazy to think that underneath this big mound is a bunch of bones. No names, unfortunately. (1887 or 97). 1898. Unknown. 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 Native of Georgia. Daniel Dunn, native of Nova Scotia. Just goes on and on.
What town is nearby that they brought the bodies all the way here?
Oh yeah, wheelie off that little bump. So far, day 4, section 3 has been the best. We've had some really good, almost like 2-track, sandy,
little bit muddy, just bobbing and weaving, dodging trees. It was awesome. Got the other half of the group catching up right now. Noah. We keep on trucking, almost to Elk City. So we wound our way through these mountain roads and finally made it to Poet Creek Campground. And here we decided to set up camp real quick and then go on a little hike. So we're headed down the Poet Creek Trail. They changed their mind?
Yeah, they're turning back.
Headed down the Poet Creek Trail. Supposed to be a hot spring down here. It's supposed to be 2 miles. We started with 5, now there's 3 of us. It's a pretty, not a gnarly hike really, but a little bit steep, and maybe hiking back in the dark, we'll see. But hopefully it's only 2 miles and not 2 miles to the trailhead, another 4 miles after that. The backdrop here was so gorgeous that Nico decided to take a few glamour shots. The gargoyle here is my personal favorite. Well, we hiked over about 2 miles, I guess. And we realized that the trail does not go to a hot spring, it just goes through Hot Spring Creek, which comes from way up the mountain. And I don't think we want to hike from 5,000 to 7,200 feet tonight, so we can go ahead and head back. Nothing like eating a steak on a piece of wood, some mashed taters, backcountry steak cooking. So unfortunately I had lost some good video from around camp for this night, but after getting some good night's sleep, the plan for today would be to start here at Poet Creek Campground, then head up to Burnt Knob. Burnt Knob is basically an advanced route that goes up to a old fire lookout. From here, we'd make our way to Darby, get fuel, and head towards Lolo. Not too far up the road, we make it to the Burnt Knob trailhead. You can see right there on the sign it says rough, steep road, 4x4 only. And on the map, this is actually considered an advanced route. So if you have skills that are not up to par, then I would maybe skip this section. Other than that, check it out here on the video and you can see what all it has to entail. So maybe you might want to check it out in the future. Don't let me discourage you at all. If you want to try it out, definitely go for it. It's a really fun route, definitely technical, but a blast to ride.
Funny thing is, I don't see any other motorcycle tracks up here. Why didn't those other guys come up? Pump a little bit. Yeah. Easy right here. Who else? Who? I fucking almost didn't make that. Oh yeah, I went right to the mud. Yeah. I'm glad you're behind me because it makes a big difference having a video on that. You can see. Fuck, dude. Yeah. It makes a huge difference to see how steep it is and shit when you have somebody following you. I know. Dan, can you hear me? I hope he makes it all the way up here. No, I'm gonna keep going. I mean, we already made it past the hardest shit, I think. Yeah. If you want to ride shit like this. Oh, baby. That was rough. so hot. Yeah. Almost there. Yeah, I'm just going kind of slow. Yes. Yeah, you're probably just chugging it up here. Woo! Yeah.
Yes, that was good. That was a good one. I don't know if it's mine or... Oh, no, that's Josh.
Oh, it's up. Made it. Until he over shit, then I'll have to worry about the pipe.
Yeah.
Fucking recluse.
Yeah.
Yes!
Fuck, dude, I'm hot.
Yes!
Yeah, you are, bro.
Outback Motortek skid plate saved her again. Good hit on the rocks on the hill climb today. Check out this view. Totally worth it. Top of the world. Burnt Knob Summit, the lookout tower. The lakes down there, MacArthur Lake. On top of the world. This was super awesome. By far the roughest section of the trip, but this view is incredible. It's a good day. Alright guys, this is going to wrap up this episode. Thanks so much for hanging through this long one. I really appreciate all of the support you guys give. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure and give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't yet, make sure and hit that subscribe button as well as that bell icon. That way you know when the next episode like this is released. Once again guys, thank you so much for checking out this video, and we'll see you in the next one.